The little thing says, I am live. Hi, everybody. Hi, DFS. I see all your things that you've posted. Fluid Friday. You're having coffee. So am I. I got little witches on my mug, but I'm having coffee. Decided we have a lot of, um, we had a lot of rain this morning and now we have all this wind. So it seems appropriate to have something hot to drink. So everybody say hi. I see people are in here. So we're waiting for Maddie, and I just got one more thing to set up, and for the readings. So let me get that done. I love little note cards, the little colored cards. I use them like crazy all the time when I do readings. So I like to write down time frames that I'm looking at. So when somebody asks me for a time frame, I can just glance over at it. So I'll be doing April, May, and June. If you want just April, I can do April, and then a general or a question that works. So how's everybody? What's in your cup? Fluid Friday. So DFS and I are having coffee. And I'm everybody saying hi. Hi, Veronica. Hi. Yeah, it's yes. Yeah, stay warm. Yeah, it's cold. It's snowing in the mountains here in San Diego. People think we're tropical and we are desert, really. And I had people flying in to see me, and literally in winter, thinking that they were in shorts and brought their bathing suit, and no sweaters, no coats or anything, get off the plane and wonder why it's cold. I'm saying we're not tropical. This isn't Hawaii. It's not Florida. Veronica, we don't do legal or health or pregnancy. So I'm sorry about that. We just don't do that live. Um, we don't want to be giving that information out publicly. So I'm sorry about that. So anyway, let me go over the rules. Please share the show. Please go to Matty Tarot and Psychic Fixes on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, and like or join, follow, and that way when we're here, which is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So you have to be 18 or over to get a reading. Please don't put anybody's name in your post. If you want to ask about a situation with somebody, just say like relative or person of interest or an ex or something like that. And then we could put it up for everybody to see. Okay. And no health and no legal, no pregnancy. So we'll get going in a few minutes. We're still waiting for Maddie to pop in because we have a poll. Maybe he's doing that and getting that ready. The last one was a little crazy. And I still haven't heard if he just finds these or if he makes them up himself. Hi, Carlos. Thank you for sharing the show. We'll get some people in here. Thank you, Carlos. And hopefully Maddie will get here. There he is. And there he is. The star of the show.
Hi. Happy Fluid Friday.
Yeah, we've been discussing, two of us are drinking coffee. So what's in your cup, you guys? Let us know.
Today I've got water.
Do we have a poll today too?
Yes, we do.
Oh. Hi, Christy.
Can y'all see this?
Christy, go ahead and put your business in a post. Post a comment.
Okay, there.
Oh, I just love that sign.
It's Fluid Friday.
Right. Okay.
Stay hydrated. It's very important. Drink plenty of water. We're made of it.
That's right. You're giving a public service announcement there.
Yes. And it is Friday Feuds. So
Okay.
go to the top of the description section in the YouTube description or the Facebook if you're on Facebook. I don't know. You know what? I don't use Facebook. How does it show up on Facebook? Is it like on YouTube, like the video's there and it's got the description and everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. So yes, so just right below in the description section, it's at the very top. It says Friday Feuds poll question. And today's is about birds.
Okay.
So let me hold on one second. Let me get to it. Birds. My sister's deathly afraid of birds.
You're kidding.
No.
Is it a natural thing, or did she watch the movie Birds?
I don't think she's seen that movie, but she wasn't always afraid of birds. She just like developed it, and she doesn't really know when.
Christy, I'm putting your little link there. I do watch you when I have, I'm usually working, but when you come on, I try to go and like your show, but I can't always stay. There we go.
Okay, here we go. All right, you got, okay, I don't know why it's doing that to me.
Uh-oh. It's haunted.
I just want to see the survey.
I wanted to tell everybody when we did April Fools and I told the story about the two shadow guys in my bedroom, that was a true story. It wasn't made up. That was not an April Fools. It was true.
And, yeah, the story I told about seeing the shadow in the bathroom and thinking it was my dad was a true story as well. It was not fake.
It was not. I thought about that and I said, I want people to know that was a true story. It was like craziness. The best shadow, man type of story I've been, a part of. It was good. Hi, Larissa.
Okay. I do not know. Oh gosh, this is so annoying. There we go. Oh god. It's so difficult to get to this survey. This site, I don't know why this site is not user friendly, but like, I got to it. All right. So birds, we're having a bird fight, you guys. So birds evolved from a group of meat-eating dinosaurs called theropods, the same group that Tyrannosaurus rex belonged to. The oldest bird fossils are about 150 million years old. So mess with birds if you want, but I suggest we leave them to fight amongst themselves. So who would win in a fight? 100 little birds or Big Bird wearing a blindfold?
100 little birds. That's my answer.
You think 100 little birds would win?
How big is the mouth on that other bird? Yeah, with the
100 little birds.
With the blindfold, yeah, unless he's got real good hearing.
I mean, we gotta keep in mind, Big Bird is a man in a suit, so.
Oh, seashells, can you take out what happened and just say what would happen to the man or something and take the rest out? Thanks. Larissa says 100 little birds.
100 little birds. Okay. Christy also says 100 little ones. Okay, I think Big Bird wearing a blindfold would win. But
Big Bird. Me, the Sesame Street yellow Big Bird?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just a big bird.
No.
It's Big Bird. Big Bird can't do it.
A man.
It's too skinny.
A man in a suit with a blindfold on.
I think it's just a great big old dinosaur bird. I needed more information or more coffee.
All right, you guys, go to the description.
100.
Click on the survey link. It's at the very top. Participate in the survey. It's fun. At the end of the show, we'll have the answer. 100 little birds or a Big Bird wearing a blindfold. Who would win in a fight?
I will give out an Amazon gift card to, even if we have to do a little drawing or something of names of the people that got it right.
Okay, so if you participate in the survey, please put in the chat so we know who's participating, because I don't get to see on the other end who, where it came. It's anonymous answers. So if you participated, put in the chat you participated and what your answer was. And then at the end, whatever side, wins, the people who answered that will do a drawing for one of you to get an Amazon gift card.
So whoever is, as long as you post it, okay? Veronica, her money's on the yellow guy.
And please clarify in the chat if you clicked on the link and took the poll and then what your answer is, because a lot of times you guys will put your answer in the chat, but you didn't actually go take the survey. So you're not going to be entered into the drawing for the Amazon gift card unless you put in the chat you took the survey and what your answer was. Okay. All right. So it's Fluid Friday. Stay hydrated. Let's get to the readings.
Wait. They can't poke out his real eyes. Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Okay. Larissa, in the description, wherever you're at, there should be a description at the very top with the live pay links if you want to tip us. But there's a link there for the survey. Is it Survey Monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, just click on that. Takes you right to the poll, and then just whatever your answer is. Okay.
Readings.
Okay. Everybody there's only a couple requests. Put your requests in now. I'm doing tarot, straight tarot. I can do April, May, and June, 3-month, or just April, or a question, or a general. And Maddie, what are you going to use?
I've got my Prism Oracle. I'm going to use these today.
I thought you said you have your Prison Oracle. I said, wow, that's a good one. We should make that one.
And you guys, for more fun on the Friday feuds, put in there why you chose your answer. So like Veronica just said, they can't poke out his real eyes. So Big Bird. Veronica, I agree with you. I chose Big Bird, and I think it's because it's a full-grown man in a suit, and he would just, swat away the little birds.
Take the head off and just go for it. We're really stretching that a little bit.
Okay, and then I've got my Prism Oracle, not Prison Oracle, the Prism Oracle. And then
you're going to jail. Well, I've
jail, prison, immediately.
I have done that before, and I was right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I told somebody that somebody was, I whispered it. Here I'm doing and I whispered it on the phone. Yeah, I think, there's a court thing. I think he's, going to go away. And then he goes, he's already in the system. And I said, okay, God. Okay. Hi, love. We're good. Please post your questions, you guys.
All right. And then I'm also going to use the Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
Tarot.
Day of the Dead.
So that one's fun. And then I've got Charms Dice Pendulum. As always, if you have a yes or no question, just tell me and we can do the pendulum.
That's neat.
But yeah.
Okay. Lynn Marie, I'm going to go ahead and give you a general reading. So Maddie can keep talking and I'll be done in just a minute.
All righty. I hope everyone's having a lovely Friday. Marianne says 100 little birds. All it takes is 1 or 2 to finish the fight. Okay. I mean, birds are pretty resilient.
Scrappy little guys.
Birds are pretty crazy.
And there's 100. Have you seen them when they go after the crows and stuff? The crows don't, they don't mess around with those little birds.
Do you know how smart crows are? I was actually mind blown when I learned how intelligent crows are.
How intelligent are
They
they?
they are about on the same level as like a 7-year-old child, human child in intelligence.
Wow.
Right.
Seven?
About
Seven-year-old can burn the house down.
a 7-year-old does a lot.
Yeah.
But they're so interesting. They found that they understand like water displacement. Like if you put like a rock in the water, then the level of the water goes higher, and they can like use that to their advantage to like get things. It's they're very smart. And then this other thing was interesting. They did a test. I don't remember how it was set up, but essentially there was this person that was going in and was like taking their food. And so and they had groups of them, and so these crows, they did a different thing in each one. And at first they paid no mind to the man, but when they learned he was taking the food, they got all upset. So they started hiding the food, the second group. And mind you, as it went down the line, like the crows didn't know the man was coming, right? But by the time the man got to like the fourth group, the crows had already hidden their food, and they were all hiding, and they knew he was coming, even though they had no interaction with the man prior, but they had interaction with the other crows. So the other crows told them, "Hey,
Mhm.
this guy's gonna," like, however they communicate, I don't know, but they already had their food hid. They were prepared as hell, and I was just like, "That's fascinating. I love that. That's amazing."
And and here's your test. What is a group of crows called?
Oh, I know the answer, so I'm not going to say it, but let's ask them. Let's ask
Okay,
our
you guys.
viewers.
Anybody know? Write it down there. Okay, let me go ahead and do Lynn. Lynn, the first thing I want to tell you is for the rest of your life, I need you to slow down. Okay. Um, I need you have the card of rushing into things, and since it comes down first, I'm usually telling people just to make sure that they take plenty of time. Don't rush into a lot of things, especially decisions. Take a little bit more time. Okay. Crossing you in temporary energy, and this should be you because it's crossing, is a very strong, opinionated woman, and one that has a justice theme and probably thinks they're always right and is compassionate and all of that. But this is energy crossing you. It could be somebody else or you, but I want to go with you. So when we get this person, I love a Queen of Swords, and I feel like very capable, could do anything, and very smart. So I love that. So we do have a big thing coming in the future. And so your message from the other side is that you're going to absolutely make the right decision. Okay. Even though sometimes this is my legal card, I go making the right decision. So we do have that. I think it is important and it's coming in the future. I think that you kind of gone along with things in the past, which is fine. But we do have one thing coming up, and I have an ending, finishing something. Like I'm finished with this. I'm done with that. Be it a business, a person, or whatever, like done with that. I just am ready to axe people off my Facebook. So I mean, I understand this, but you know what's good to get rid of anything that doesn't serve you? It's spring cleaning. All right. I want to tell you, I get someone that comes in as a friend and good with finances. So good advice with finances, things like that. So, and this is a Queen of Pentacles. She's money minded. So she can really talk about finances and money and all of that. But she does the best thing is details and detailed work. I get that you're going to make this change. So when we sever ties, we make a change, and it really is for the better. Like things are so much better for you once you walk away from something. I also get the talent card for you. So there's something that you're going to do that gives you a lot of emotional joy and success and makes you feel good. Maybe you're celebrated for something you do really well. And so this is an excellent card. I do see a big change for you coming. And it's like when I see this, it's like we transform, we learn something. I'm going to do that. this works for me. So I get a transformation of doing something and going really living a different lifestyle, like a big change for you for the better. Very, very good. They also tell me that you're very responsible. So you get the sticker on the forehead that says responsible. I think that you put a lot of hard work into your success and it's going to come in for you. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie. Sorry, I'm concentrating.
It's okay. That's fine. So let's see.
Okay. I'm just going to put this one up. But the original one was for report of misconduct, and if the person would be removed from the position based on that being reported. The pendulum says no, unfortunately. And that's so unfortunate to hear. I don't like that, but that is honestly, sadly, what typically happens, is that those types of things are not always believed. You know, there will be obviously some looking into it. I do get this. So I'm getting intuitively, there's going to be, they will look into the claim. However, it's not going to go much further than just simply asking the person that you have made this claim against. And that person's obviously going to say it didn't happen, whatever it may have been. And then they're going to use many different tactics, such as the time of, the time they've known these people that, they're the people that they're around, the time they've known these people, and the time that they've, the amount that they've done in this position, and the things that they've contributed. They're going to bring those up and use those as manipulative tactics to kind of push back and say, do you think I would jeopardize that? Why would I do this, that, and the other? And they're going to, pretty much not, I guess you would call it slander. They're going to slander your name in a way and say some accusation towards you, or that you're just making things up, essentially. And I am so sorry to be the one to tell you that, but I would advise that if this is a working environment, or if this is a school environment, that you simply remove yourself from the dynamic. And I know that feels unfair, and I do understand, but I don't feel like this is worth your time or energy to fight, to try and go against. You've done your due diligence in reporting it, but I don't see this playing out very well in your favor. So there's no backlash taken against you, and so you can elevate and move forward in your life without that energy surrounding you. I suggest you remove yourself from those circumstances and find a different path to take in that regard, because the people that are surrounding you in this area are not on your side, unfortunately. And that's all I have for that.
I'm going to do Larissa. I'm going to flip the cards over. I think your device has got feedback with my voice, even though it sounds like a crow. It's me. Okay, Larissa. The first card that comes down for you is the one of just work. Work. Doing whatever you do, if it's to make money or whatever your, chores are, or whatever, this represents you. Crossing you in temporary energy is kind of waiting to find out something. We're waiting to get some results. In the future, I think that you're going to really step up in responsibility and I think it's going to be really great. I think there's good things coming in for you. The past position shows me that I feel like um, at some point you really felt like you had it all. And that's good because it shows me in the future you getting a lot of good things coming in. It does show me a little bit of for you to slow down a little bit. There is a stream of money coming in. Um, I don't know if it's a job or just a project coming, but there's something that deals with money that's positive for you, such as a project or a stream of money, another stream of money coming in. I get a trip for you and travel. I also get a little bit of sometimes it's hard to go forward. You don't want to go backwards. You're hanging in there. So always, manifest for whatever goals you have, even if you can change them, day to day or week to week or month to month. Put a goal there in front of you and manifest for that. Okay. So that keeps you going. Um, I I get at some point that you're going to feel like you're stuck, like I don't have any control or I'm stuck and I can't do anything about it. Again, work with your guides, put your goal in front of you and manifest for that. Go after it. It shows me a little bit of we're juggling money. So make sure that you are also use commanding energy. And if you don't have my book, just let me know and I will send you a copy because you need to be manifesting that money to come in, really on a regular basis it will grow and all of that. But we do see something coming in that is an opportunity for money to make money for you. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do Lisa King. Future love reading. All right. Just a moment.
I'm going down the comments. It says murder, 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 murder.
I know. You were talking, but I was gonna say at that moment, I was gonna go, Debbie, there's been a murder.
Several. That was a good one.
They're witnessing a murder. Okay. Lisa. Lisa, time is, I want to start off by saying this. Time is there's objective time that, obviously seconds take, however long it takes for a second and a minute and a, hour to pass is regulated by our clocks and all that, right? So that's subjective time. But time is actually really objective, to the point that, people to think that, a day or a week, somebody might think a month is not very long. It's like, oh, that's not very long. And then there's people that think like, oh, that's forever, that I have to wait that long. So I start off saying all that to you because I want to say this. I don't see immediately in the cards a love coming into your life, but I can't tell you how long that'll be. It could be, it could be a short amount of time. It could be a while. I'm not sure, but I do see what is needed for you right now in this moment, and that is garnering a sense of independence, and taking a rest, finding a sense of balance within, and healing, essentially. I don't know what happened, that you might, we all go through things, and obviously we all have to do healing work at some point in our life, and really the healing work never really ends. So keep that in mind. The healing, to be healed is not a destination that we reach. It's an experience that washes over us, and there's always new things to heal from. I mean, that's quite literally the the name of the game here on Earth. Pain and suffering happens as a catalyst for growth toward um, our enlightenment and our spiritual journey and transcendence. So these are the things that bring awareness and growth and lessons, and the light of our consciousness expands, and we go along that journey. So that is essentially what you're needing right now. Is so there's hold on one second, let's see. Isolation. See, it's even coming out in these cards. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about independence. It talks about financial independence as well. But really, it's the single card. It's for me. I say the Nine of Pentacles is very self-sufficient person. Now, there's a difference between self-sufficiency and self-reliance, though. Don't allow self-sufficiency to become self-reliance. That is a warning I see here. Isolation is good in the times that you take it to garner a sense of self-love, to introspect on things, to get a sense of what you want and what you like, and really enjoy the time with yourself. Sometimes we need to go inward and isolate to heal. So that's healthy. Isolation becomes unhealthy when it is done from a if the intention was because you've been hurt and so you're putting a wall up and you're closing people out because you don't trust people and you're afraid to trust, and you are bitter about something and jaded, and you're saying, I'm just going to be alone and I'm not going to deal with people, because that's unhealthy. So be careful how far you're taking this isolation. But right now, you do need to find a healthy sense of isolation and self, because you're healing. Queen of Cups. This is a transformative journey you're going through. You need to treat yourself with compassion and kindness, and you need to work on so what you're doing. So there's anger inside of you, and the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, you need to bring kindness to your anger. I'm going to share a story. It's like a Japanese proverb, but it's like a man, he's walking in a forest and he comes across this dog, and the dog is really vicious, and the dog is showing its teeth and it's growling at him, and he just thinks in his mind, like, what a nasty beast. Like, I'm going to stay away from that thing. Like, that dog is rabid and wants to kill me, and it's just a terrible creature, whatever. But then as he continues to walk, he sees because he's at a different angle now, he sees that the dog's back leg is caught in a bear trap and broken in this bear trap, right? And so he has this realization that the dog's not a nasty beast that is just terrible and angry and mean. The dog is hurt, and the dog's trying to protect itself. So it really is just a story. And so he goes and he approaches the dog with love, and he gives it some food and he gives it love, because that's what it needs. And the dog calms down and lets him help him, and he takes it out of the bear trap, and they live happily ever after, whatever, so the story is to say that underneath anger is pain. People tend to have an outward expression of anger when they feel like they've been, there's many reasons, but it has to do with pain. We've been hurt in some way, and so we are expressing our anger. There might be something unjust that happened, something unfair, something that was taken from us, or we don't feel seen, heard, valued, whatever it may be. Anger is a very easy emotion to go to, and it's a very easy emotion to mishandle. What I say all this to say, you need to address the anger, and you need to bring kindness and love to the anger, and understand that underneath the anger was pain, and underneath pain is an unmet need. So you need to take off all the layers and find what that unmet need was. And if it fell back on you for not getting that need met or not saying something, forgive yourself. And if it falls back on someone else for, disregarding what you had said when you asked for that need to be met, or not treating you in a way that, you deserve to be treated, and they what's the word? behaved poorly and what's the word, when somebody takes advantage of you. I'm so sorry. There we go. They took advantage of you, of your kindness, maybe. Forgive them as well and move on, because holding resentment is just like taking poison and hoping that the other person dies from the poison. It's all, holding on to anger and resentment only poisons yourself. It just tears, you carry around all that anger and it will eat you up inside over time. It does nothing to the other person. So, it's largely unnecessary to carry around resentment. So that's very important for you to address at this time. You need to find a sense of balance, a sense of peace. There's temperance here. Temperance talks about harmony. And, see how she's pouring from one canister into the other? So have you ever heard the saying, you cannot pour into others' cups from an empty cup? If you have an empty cup, you cannot pour into others' cups. It's going to deplete you. And so you need to make sure you're pouring into your cup first and finding that sense of harmony, balance, and within, and that's when you'll be able to pour into others' cups again. So it's marked by a period of rest, Four of Swords. You need to rejuvenate, essentially. Let me pull these cards real quick. Consciousness and strength. So finding this sense of balance, peace, and taking this period of time to rest and regenerate, you're going to bring your consciousness. So I was talking about the conscious side of awareness. You're going to bring these behavioral patterns in the ways that you have contributed to, your where you are in life right now, taking extreme and taking responsibility, essentially, or accountability for wherever you are, and bringing that awareness to your conscious mind by looking at maybe subconscious behavioral patterns that maybe, or things in your life. If there's something that's continually happening over and over again and you're like, why do I always get put in this situation? You need to take a look at what are you doing that is contributing to that. And it's not to say that it's your fault, but it is to say that maybe you're not speaking up. Maybe you're too lenient on people. Maybe you don't set boundaries. It could be any of those things. Maybe you stay and allow people to speak to you in a way that's not appropriate. Whatever it may be. So this will lift your spirits and your courage and your confidence about yourself. And so that's where the strength comes in, and building strength. What you don't see coming is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is it's a devotion card, but it's also to say that there's a healthy balance between the logical mind and the emotional heart. And so, when we have logic that we go through life with, but we also honor our feelings, that's a really good balance to have, because you're not acting out over emotionally based on irrational feelings that may not even apply to the situation, and you're not using logic to intellectualize all your feelings and dismiss them, and you're like, you're not doing either one of those. So I always put it this way: you can't call Verizon about your AT&T bill. So matters of the mind and matters of the heart are handled differently. You don't go to your head for a matter of the heart, and you don't go to your heart for a matter of the head. The mind is a thinking mechanism, and it has to think because it does not know, but the heart knows. So you can tap into that energy. And oftentimes, if you do tap into that energy, you'll find that your heart answers immediately. But beware of, your own mind tricking you into believing your heart is wanting something, when in reality, your mind's just telling you. So you see this a lot of times in relationships that may be abusive, or maybe, no, I don't want to say abusive, but maybe like the person doesn't respect them, and they put up with like cheating over and over again or something. It's like, people will ask, well, why do you keep going back to them? And most of the time the person says, well, because I love them. but they continue to go back to that person and get hurt. And so I just want to say that's an example of the mind. Say they're like, I'm following my heart, I'm following my heart, I go back because I love them. No, your heart doesn't want you to be hurt. Your mind is convincing you that you're following your heart. And so if you're going back to a situation, or you're continually in situations where you continue to be hurt, you're not following your heart. Your heart doesn't want you to be hurt. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. But I do see this balance coming through for you. And it clicks for you. Something clicks for you. You start figuring it out. You see what you need to change, how you need to move differently. And just, I want to leave you with one last thing. Don't ever view healing like you have to fix something. Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing's broken. Okay. We all have our experiences. We've all been essentially handed a blueprint to life by our caregivers. And we don't know better we can't do better until we know better. So it's not your fault that you have been given the blueprint you've been given. And it's not necessarily even your parents' fault. It's not to say that they're bad parents. They did the best they knew how to do. So it's just to say this: accept it, forgive, and move forward. You can do better for yourself. You can better yourself. And I do see you finding this balance, figuring it out, and getting on the right track, and really turning some things around for you. And that's when the love comes in. Okay. So that's all I have for you this evening.
So the weird part of things is when you were going, what's that word? What's that word? And I wanted to say something, but there's a saying, bird is the word. The word is bird. And I'm sitting there going, does he even know what that means? Have you ever heard it? But I go, oh my gosh, the bird is the word. The word is bird. And that's all we've been talking about tonight is the crows. And I thought, oh, that was weird. Okay.
That's funny.
I know. And I was like, oh my gosh, you kept saying it and you couldn't get it. And I'm like, the bird is the word.
The bird is the word, duh.
Yeah, I did. I re-looked it up, and it's an old, part of a song and stuff. But I did see that it looked like it was on The Simpsons or something. Oh, maybe he's heard of it. But anyway, that was a weird one because I was like, okay. Synchronicity also is ramping up again for me, where it was constantly all day long. And I would be hearing something on the radio and then reading the same word at the same time, all kinds of weird stuff. And that's kind of started again. So we will see. Melanie wants April, May, and June. And so we'll do that. Then we have to remind everybody about subscribing and all that kind of stuff. Melanie, you know what? The high priestess comes down first. High psychic ability. You have the power. So know it. Good intuition. Always go with it. Crossing you in temporary energy, though, is the Tower card, which means a little bit of something comes out of nowhere, unexpected. So if it hasn't yet, we have that looming over you right now. I don't have anything bad, not that bad, but I feel like something's going to happen. I kind of see it coming. So I'll tell you, because that's in May. I get that you're going to get, let's say in the summer, you're going to get an offer. I don't know if you're going to take it or not, because I already see something coming up in June for you. But there may be an opportunity that comes. You'll have to think that over and see if you want to do it or not. The past position shows me that you may have put something out into the universe and it came back to you. So I get that you got something you wanted, like you got a reward. You got something you expected because you put it out there and it came back in. When we talk about April, we're into it for a few days, but I do want to tell you, I do get a time of having a little bit of a little sorrow or a little broken heart. I don't see too much around it, but something comes in that way. I also see a change mid to end of April in the house for the good. So I don't know if you're going to fix something up or something's going to happen, but there's going to be a change in the energy. And it's going to be really positive. By the time we get to May, I see you also severing ties. I'm done with something. I'm over. I'm going to let that go. Mid to end of May, I feel like it's okay. It puts a lot on you, extra work, extra stuff. Things seem to be really loading up, but it's all right. You can deal with that. When I get to June, here's your new opportunity. Here's your new job. Here's your new money. Here's your new project. Here it comes right here financially for you. But when we get to mid to end of June, I get a lot of I don't know what's going to happen. I really unsure. Be sure. Everybody needs to be sure. You have to get your goals. You have to know what you want. And then that's how you draw it to you. That's how you keep going in life and going forward and getting what you want. You need to have your goals. You need to tell the universe, these are my goals. And believe in it. Believe that's what you're going to achieve and where you're going. Because at this point, that's a waste of time in June to go, oh, I don't know what's coming up. Know it because you stated it. You put it out there to the universe so you know what's going to happen. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely.
Oh, it was lovely.
Lovely. It was
okay.
lovely.
So you guys, please go to Matty Tarot and Psychic Fixes on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, just follow, like, whatever they ask you to do there. Maddie knows what you're supposed to push. I don't remember.
For what?
To like, subscribe, or follow.
Oh, just to like? Okay, yeah. Go to youtube.com/@Matty or youtube.com/@Psychic Fixes and hit the like button. It's the thumbs up. It really helps us. And also subscribe, turn on our notifications so you don't miss any of the magic. And then this is my lovely QR code. If you just take a screenshot or you scan it with your phone camera, if you're on a computer, then it will take you to my booking site and you can book a one-on-one private reading with me. Okay.
Great. There we go.
And I have selected, let's see. Where is it? Oh. Christine McRae. All right, Christine. Let's see. Christine, I see really good things for you. I'm going to pull out some inner guidance messages. Okay. I was actually wondering your relationship status but I would imagine I'm seeing in your photo here now that I see that probably is your husband, if not your husband yet, soon to be, because I do see a high level commitment here, or taking commitment to the next level. So you may be getting married soon, if not already. But this person, you have a soul contract with them. So you may have felt like you've known this person in a past life, and you feel very close to them. You guys just, that you feel like they understand you, they see you, they get you. And that's good. So they feel like a soulmate, and there's a lot of shared interest and shared values between the two of you. I do see happiness and brightness in your future. However, right now at this time, you might be feeling a little on the rocks, a little apathetic about things. And really, really what's important to know is that relationships go through ups and downs. And there's times, I'll say this, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but they are all fish. And that means a lot of times we will get into conflicts with a person, and then we'll point at them, and it takes some people, it takes a few times for them to realize they go from relationship to relationship to relationship, and they end up finding that the same issues come up. And that's because the whole time they were pointing at the other person, it really had to do with them. and we will run it. Our problems follow us around. We will run into the same problems over and over and over again until we face them. And it doesn't matter what the face of the person on the other end is, or who that person is, because if there's something that is unhealed in us, we are going to seek that out in the other person. So, and this is all subconscious. So, have you ever known somebody that has a pattern, and you see like you always date the same type of person? It's like there's something in that they're not seeing that they need to heal, and that same type of person shows up because that's the type of person that's going to show them that thing, and then they get to heal it. And so I say all this to say this is not what's happening with you guys. Like, you don't, this isn't something like you need to you're going to learn something and heal it and then move on. And no, I see your relationship working out, but I want you to know that the conflict you're facing is a chance to heal together, to heal things. And you need to kind of view it that way. Also, I want to say this, you know, there's a certain percent, I don't know the percentage, but there's a certain percentage of fights or disagreements that will just never be resolved. And there's a level of acceptance that has to come in a long-term committed relationship that you need to understand, like, that's not gonna move. That's like, and so as long as it doesn't go against your values, or it doesn't, like, have to do with something like them, disrespecting you, or being abusive in some way, or then and it doesn't go against your life values, then there's no issue with that. Let it choose to agree to disagree, because they're always going to feel that way they feel about it, and you're always going to feel that way you feel about it, and you guys will never see eye to eye, and that's okay. Don't let the petty little things get in the way. Don't let the petty things, the day to day, if you're not going to be mad about it in 5 years, and it's not going to affect you in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes just fighting about it and getting angry and ruining the whole dynamic for the rest of the day between you two. Because, that time, it could just be anything. It's like the way he hit the gas pedal in the car while you were trying to get your seatbelt unbuckled, and like it made you just were annoyed, and so the rest of the day you guys are in a little like fight or whatever. It's like, because you were already in a bad mood. Don't do that. Don't do any of that. And he needs to not do that either, because it's largely not worth it, and you guys will destroy something that is so beautiful. You guys have such a beautiful relationship. Don't let it get destroyed by the little things. So if you're not going to be mad about it in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset about it, and talk about it, and just choose to move on. Let it go, move on. Okay. What you need to do is you need to utilize writing. Writing is going to be very important for you. You have a creative part of your mind that you need to utilize and let out. Also, I'm a writer, and I can tell you that pain and hardship in life can be transmuted and released through writing. And I've done it all the time. I do it all the time. One time I had a very painful experience in my life, and I wrote a whole like EP, which is like a small album. I wrote like a whole EP, and I was gonna like do all this stuff, but by the time I got done writing the EP and like recording it, I didn't even want to release it anymore. And I was totally over the entire thing. I was just like, oh, well, I don't even care about releasing this anymore. So it's just an EP I've never released, and I just like, it doesn't matter. But the thing I'm trying to say is that it was complete. I processed it all and let go of it and released it all through the writing process. So that might be really beneficial for you. Okay. You need to also understand that opportunity, the Four of Cups is here. This is cynicism. This is apathy, apathy. And this is like a negative thinking pattern. Spirit can't hand you your bless, like right here. So Spirit can't hand you the fourth cup, the blessing, if you're too busy being upset about what you already have down here. So if you're only looking at things and finding the wrong in them, or finding focusing on what you don't have or what you don't like about something, well, you're never going to see Spirit trying to hand you the new thing. You're never going to see that new opportunity. You're never going to see that chance to turn something around, or to the different way to look at something, or what to be grateful for, if you're too busy focusing on what you don't like and what you're not grateful for. And think about it like this. If you have children, or if you know anyone with children, it's like, if your kid was ungrateful all year and a little brat, it's like you're not going to want to get them anything for Christmas. But I mean, you obviously you're going to get them something, but you're like, you know, like, you kind of feel some type of way. You're like, you don't, if the kid, especially if the kid's ungrateful for the things you're getting them, you know, you try to give them a great Christmas and they're like a little snobby brat about it. It's like, excuse me, I could have got you nothing, you know, be grateful. So it's the same thing. Like, you're not going to get anything if you don't find out how to be grateful for what you already have, you know? And I'm not saying you're an ungrateful person at all. I'm just saying you got to find a different way to look at things. Find what to be grateful for. Find, you know, that thing your husband does or your soon to be husband does that annoys you. Well, what's the reason he does it? What's his intention? His intention, maybe he's overprotective and it annoys you when he says certain things. And it's like, you know, different way to look at that would be like, while it upsets you, it's like, you could still say, you know what? I'm sorry. I appreciate that you care so much and that you are trying to be protective of me. I do appreciate that. And then set a boundary if you don't like something that's happening. So find out what to be grateful for. Express that, you know, while it upsets me, I do know your intention is this, and I am grateful for you being, you know, so thoughtful. And I understand that you're coming from a good place. And then you can set a boundary. However, in the future, moving forward, could we try it like this? And how would that work for you? And create a conversation, open the door for a conversation, create a boundary, state your feelings. Look at that. It's like, you guys can get through these things. So what you resist persists. What you resist persists. So anything you're avoiding is going to keep coming back around. Anything you're sweeping under the rug is going to pile up under the rug and cause you to trip and break a toe. Like, anything you resist will continue to persist and show up. So if there's something you're really not addressing, you need to address it. And I do believe it has to do with some way of thinking that is within you, some thought pattern, some behavioral pattern, some way of viewing something that is within you. You ultimately, I feel like you hold yourself back because you don't feel like you're going to be heard, or you're going to be validated, or, you know, you might be a little timid. Put your foot down. It says you will have success if you go for it. And if you're more assertive, and go for it, you will have success. You got to find the way, like I said, to create that open dialogue between two people. As soon as someone's defenses go up, then it's a wrap, because they're not hearing you anymore. Their defenses are up. So you want to find a way to approach a situation where you're able to express yourself and have them able to express themselves as well. So opening that door to have a co-creative conversation where you guys find a solution together. That's, you know, again, if the defense wall goes up, you might as well just say, hey, let's talk about this at another time, because that person's no longer hearing anything you're saying. So a lot of times people will say, you never listen to me. Well, they don't realize that every single time they've tried to say that thing, the defenses were on. So it's not that they never listened to you. It's that they literally haven't heard you say it yet, even if you said it 100 times, because if we put someone in the defensive, they're not hearing us. Okay. So there's peace possible. And I do think you need to empower self a bit by being more assertive. Understand that there's these cycles that relationships go through, and life in general goes through. The wheel is always spinning. Okay. Sometimes we're at the bottom of the wheel. But eventually we will be at the top. And when you're at the top, eventually you'll be back at the bottom. It's just the way it goes. Everything from the water in a toilet to the galaxy in the universe, you know, different galaxies in the universe, it's all going in a circle all the time. Everything's going in a circle. So just understand there's good coming your way. Okay. Because right behind that, what is it? The Ace of Cups. Emotional regeneration, emotional awakening. There is some sort of newfound connection that you guys come to, and there's this intimacy that is born of it. Okay. And the 10 of Cups here is the lovely, happy relationship, domestic partnership, happy family future that is coming your way if you guys can figure out how to get on each other's team and get through these. So just weather the storm is the message I'm getting. That's all I have for you this evening.
Wow, it was a deep one. Okay, you guys, I'm going to do soul, body notion, and you guys need to let us know in the comments. Did you do the poll? And what was your answer? Do you guys remember it? Did you participate? Okay. And we're going to have a drawing.
Oh, they already put that in the comments.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't, put it in there.
So whatever the answer is, we can go back after the show and kind of just see who had that answer, and we'll put that on a list, and then we'll do the drawing and announce that on Monday.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Soul, you come down as just wanting money, like give me good news of money, Debbie. Uh-oh. Crossing you in temporary energy is working well with people, and I like that a lot. I do see in the future that, and we're looking at April, so past April, I do get a little bit of extra worry. So I asked to find out what that was about. I get worry over a man. Sometimes this is a dad energy. Maybe somebody that likes to be around the water, very loyal, loving male. But I get a little bit extra worry coming in after April for that person. I already feel like you let something go, like you were finished with something, you let it go in the past. So for April, I get to kind of skating, whatever's good for everybody's good for you. You're going to go right into better things ahead, like a new direction, which is going to be really super great for you. I can see money's going to be coming in. So probably mid-April, you're going to find out, wow, money's going to come in on a regular basis. It can grow. This is really good. I have the Ace of Cups for you after that. Ace of Cups means open heart, blessings, and joy. I'm ready to let all that come into me. Also, FYI, this is a little bit of a fertility card. If it's applicable, we would be careful during this time period. I get you're going to be super responsible near the end of April, putting a lot of hard work and effort into what you're doing. But at the very end of April, I see maybe some light arguments, confusion, and struggle. So we need to blow that away before it happens. So work with your guides, work with the archangels about clearing the path. Everything goes great at the very end of this month because I do see this conflict there. It's not bad, it's very kind of little, but still, why would you want that? And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie. Alrighty, let's see what the results to the poll. While I'm pulling that up, I do want to say, who is excited for this Thursday? I believe it's this Thursday. Hold on, wait.
The eclipse.
Yes, the eclipse. No, it's not this Thursday. It's on Monday. I'm on total wrong day.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, so Monday, you guys, the eclipse. Who's excited?
Oh, Larissa, I sent you the book, a digital copy. I already did that for her.
Okay, hold on one second. Sorry. Where's the survey? No, you guys, if you're excited for the eclipse, show us in the chat.
The poll is in the description, Suzanne, up at the top. Where we write all the stuff in the rules and everything, there's a link to Survey Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Marianne, you get to watch it. It's like nothing here.
All right. So 100 little birds won. 100 little birds. Can you hear me?
Wait. Okay, say it again.
100 little birds won.
Yes, winner, winner.
And there were 6 participants. So we will go through and find those 6 people, put you all on a drawing, and see which one of you is getting the Amazon gift card. Oh, Mary Ann, you live along the path of the eclipse? That's awesome.
Isn't that neat?
So you're going to see the total. You're going to see the total eclipse. That's so amazing. Make sure you get eclipse glasses. I have mine. I don't know where they are right now, but I have eclipse glasses so I can look at it.
We're not supposed to see anything here.
You can you're not going to see a partial. I think you'll see partial.
I don't know.
Hold on, let's see, because
It shows that it's like Mexico and Texas and then up, but people are going to Maine, but they just got a lot of snow.
Yeah, so a partial eclipse will be seen from San Diego. It will begin at 10:03 a.m. when the moon.
Ooh, I gotta write that down.
The lower half of the sun. The eclipse will peak at 11:11, and it will appear as the sun will appear as an upside down crescent.
They've got free glasses here in San Diego at the libraries.
Yes.
I got nothing.
Yeah, so Debbie, there's gonna be a partial. You gotta get the glasses and you gotta look at it.
Yeah, I made mine. Me, the nerdy part of me, got a cereal boxes together, and it's very easy to make them.
Oh, that's fun. What do you use for the lens?
I can't remember. I know I had foil and I had tape and I had a Cheerios box. But they have it on YouTube. And I made it, and then you look into the box.
Oh, you look in. Okay.
And you can see it in the box. Yeah.
I see.
There's no looking up. No, not unless you have the glasses.
No, I have these glasses. They've got really thick, like a black lens thing on them. I don't even know what it's made of, but you can look directly at it and see it. So it's very interesting.
Okay, getting the comments back. There we go. I'm going to take this down. Okay, I will be going through after the show and looking for all that stuff. And yeah, Monday we will be here, so we get to talk about the eclipse. That'll be great.
Yes. All right, thank you guys for joining us. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If we didn't get to you this evening, please come back Monday. Please be safe this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Fluid Friday. Stay hydrated. And I'm so excited for the eclipse on Monday. I can't wait to talk about it and see.
And everybody, go, and if you want a tip, live tips links are always there in the description. So we'll be seeing you guys. Have a great weekend. Spring break for some people, huh?
Yes.
There we go. It's party time all around.